Yo, you're watching Circle, we're back with some more Pokémon Unite, and today I'll be telling you how I reached Master fully solo queue with level 1 items all across the board pretty much, and I will be especially giving you tips on how you can achieve this as well, especially when the mobile version comes out in September, which is hopefully gonna be at the start of September. I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to that, but yeah, I'm gonna be giving you 3 really big tips that you can hopefully use to right off the get-go get into the game a little bit faster than all the other newcomers when the mobile version comes out, and hopefully it will help you elevate your gameplay to the next level. Anyway, let's get right into those tips. Now, first of all, we need to get to my profile here because we will be checking out my favorite Pokemon here, so my win rates and stuff. And as you can see, these win rates aren't even that good, so don't be too scared. You don't even need insane win rates. Like you can see, my Cinderace is pretty good here, 64%. It was 80% at some point, which is very impressive solo queuing, but keep in mind Cinderace is really OP. So yeah, that is already going to be the first tip here. As you can see, the last stretch I pretty much mostly did with Greninja. I was really trying to get Greninja whenever I could here, but before that, before the Cinderace nerf, we were abusing Cinderace a lot because there was just no point picking anything else if you have this Pokemon, or similarly if you have Lucario, there's no point picking anything else if you like the melee playstyle. If you like jungling, if you had Gengar, there was no point picking anything else. Zeraora was really strong too, but if you liked being a support / a tank, then if you had Snorlax, there's no point. What I'm trying to get at here, the first tip is going to be you need to choose a really powerful Pokemon, okay? However, you have to keep in mind that these powerful Pokemon will be picked a lot by your teammates as well. As you can see, even Greninja now isn't even that insanely strong. It's like an A tier. Many people agree with that, but it's still being picked all the time because it's just so cool. So I oftentimes have to divert and pick something else. And you really have to just stick to a couple Pokemon. Like for example, Cramorant, I pretty much gave up playing him totally at the end because it just wasn't working too well, and I was always deciding between Ninetales, Pikachu and Cramorant whenever we needed some magic damage on our team, and my Cinderace or my Greninja were picked. And yeah, I was always pretty much randomly picking between these 3, so I started just mostly sticking to Pikachu or Ninetales. And similarly for tanks as well, I was playing a lot of Slowbro, I was playing a lot of Crustle as well, but for the last couple days I was only picking Crustle. I gave up on Slowbro, and this is also one of these little bit of a side tip, you know, because in pretty much every tier list, Crustle ranks below Slowbro, right, in terms of tank potential. Now the thing is, Slowbro just struggles a lot in the early game, right? Meanwhile, Crustle really doesn't. So you can really do well already in your lane. If you pick up that Crustle, you can really start snowballing pretty heavily early on, and then hopefully snowball up to that Dreadnaw fight, that first Dreadnaw fight. And this is gonna be the second tip, guys. Let's load into the game here real quick. I know these tips probably have been said by many other YouTubers as well, but a lot of people still like to hear my opinion as well on these things. So let's just get into a little practice area thing, and I can really show you in-game a little bit what I'm talking about here. So you really want to join every single Dreadnaw fight, guys, okay? And I mean it, every single one. If you're laning top, you just leave. In higher elo now, for the last couple of games where I was about to reach Master, where there were a lot of Master players in my games, the top lane, if everyone is playing well, as soon as Dreadnaw spawns, which is at 7 minutes, I'm pretty sure, you want to be here, okay? You don't want to be here farming. If you're farming here, if you're doing Rotom, you're literally griefing your team, because the Dreadnaw gives you roughly a level, I feel like oftentimes, if you're a little bit behind. But pretty much like 80% of a level if you were even with the enemies. So it's just such a powerful objective. It's by far the best objective aside from Zapdos, but Zapdos of course only spawns very late into the game, in the entire game here. So you want to be here for every single Dreadnaw fight, okay? Now a little bit of a sub tip here again, you want to know these timers, okay? So first of all, if you're jungling, for example, if you clear your jungle here, you want to gank over here, and then at 8:30 your buffs respawn. So at 8:30 you really want to backport back to base and go back to clearing your buffs again. If you see your jungler is not doing that, then you should go back. And again, this ties into the Crustle tip again. Don't only listen to the tier lists, because Crustle with Shell Smash and stuff can actually clear these jungle camps pretty quickly by himself. Meanwhile, a Slowbro is gonna waste too much time. It's really not time well spent to be taking buffs as a Slowbro. But as a Crustle, if your jungler is not doing it, if your Cinder Ace that is laning or your Greninja that is laning is not doing it either, then man, just go ahead and do it, because this is just wasted XP, wasted Pokeballs, wasted buff duration. It is horrendous when someone doesn't do that. So you should really go pick them up immediately. And again, this is something that tier lists don't really talk about, because there's no point. Most tier lists are made based on the fact that everybody is doing their job. But we all know that in solo queue, a lot of people are not going to do their job. But again, then what are other timers? I believe 8:50 is when this spawns. At exactly 9 minutes is when this Corphish here spawns, or this this Corphish here. So you want to know these timers as well. You also want to know, don't yoink these Corphishes from your jungler, because then he won't hit level 5. And I know a lot of jungle mains of you are really happy to hear me say that, but yes, this is the correct play. Don't steal these. I know you clear this, you fight for the middle here, and then you're just chilling here for like 10 seconds until this spawns. But no, don't take this. I know the temptation is high. I used to do it all the time as well, but it is not good. And as you can see, at 7 minutes this spawns, and you want to be here. You probably won't have your Unite move unless you're a pretty fed jungler, but you want to be healthy. You want to go back before that. You want to be as healthy as possible. You want to save your... You shouldn't take potion, you should pretty much take eject button all the time. You want to save that eject button, and you want to do it. You want to do it. I'm level 3, so I can't do it, but you want to do this, okay? And you want to fight 5v5 to the enemies for it, because again, not only does it give your whole team a bunch of experience, but it also gives you the shield, which is really sick. The shield is very powerful. Now, another big tip is, why is Rotom not strong, right? Why do people just leave it? Like, sometimes an enemy just sits here, a Cinderace, keeps farming. I'm 5v4 with my team here. I let him farm alone. People might think this is a mistake. He even pushes the whole tower from 80 to 0 by himself, and I'm just here laughing. I'm super happy because we get Dreadnaw. We are a level ahead. He's probably even with us because he's been just absorbing all of this farm by himself. While the NPC is doing it. See guys, the NPC is even making the mistake, and he died to the little monkey. Don't do this, because even if you push this in, man, it just doesn't do anything. Because taking this point, I've seen a lot of what a lot of high-level players do, and what I started trying to do as well. I try to leave these at like 2 Pokeballs remaining. I'm gonna end up giving like 6 tips, guys, okay? This is not even gonna be 3 tips, this is like tip 4 already. But it's really important, because I'm sure you've been in this situation. 2 minutes rolls in, your team is completely ahead. They don't have the enemies, you already push this, you push this, you push this and this. And your team still has these 2. And you know what happens? One sneaky enemy walks in, gets this. Jump pad doesn't reach over there, it only reaches up to here, right? It only reaches up to here. So this is just 100 points or even more. If someone comes with like 30, doubles it to 60, and then one guy comes with 50, that is another 100 bonus after when 2 minutes are remaining, right? And the Zapdos is up, so you have the double points. But yeah, it's 160 points, man. That's gonna swing the game. Double that, that's of course the worst case pretty much. But man, that's gonna absolutely swing the game, and you will lose a perfect victory. Just because, I don't know, you really try to defend these. You really don't have to defend these, man. I'm not triggered when the enemies get these nowadays. You should defend these because, again, you can just jump to them, completely defend easily. But yeah, that is really, really important. You can really leave these up, especially if you're playing something like a Greninja with invisibility, man. I love sneaking these 50s doubled to 100 in the late game onto these points, and I have carried so many teams, and you really need to, like, if you're a solo queue player, guys, you really need to pull off some miracles, okay? But yeah, now for the last, this was gonna be a third tip, but that is also really important, and for some reason, to me it's really obvious. To a lot of people that are watching this, it might be really obvious, but people just keep making that mistake. Zapdos spawns at 2 minutes remaining. You wanna have your Unite move, okay? This game is all about the Unite moves. You wanna have it ready. If you use Unite move at like, I don't know, 3 minutes, at like 250, 240, you are literally griefing the whole game. It's awful, it's so bad. So you really want to save your Unite move if you want to maximize your chance of winning. The only time I use Unite move before Zapdos is when we are far ahead and the enemies are fighting well bots, and I see them using a Unite move here, because the Dreadnaw, if it always gets taken, it usually respawns at like 15 to 20 seconds before, 15 seconds before the Zapdos actually spawns. As soon as Zapdos spawns at 2 minutes, the Dreadnaw disappears. So we typically see a team fight before Zapdos here in higher elos, and sometimes I use my Unite move here when I know that we're gonna be so strong with it that we can just sit in these bush in this area here and completely block the enemies from even getting Zapdos, which is what you should do when you have a lead. But if I don't have a lead, man, I'm just gonna wait until I have the Unite move. And in similar vein, the second Dreadnaw, the third Dreadnaw, they're so important. You only want to use Unite move at these objectives. You have clear-cut timers for everything in this game, which, yeah, one of them is just when you use your Unite move. You want to use it for this Dreadnaw. Now, something to keep in mind. This is something really advanced, but if you like to play, see, the Dreadnaw disappears. If you like to play with a team, if you are practicing aspiring 5-man team, a very big tip is, if you don't have your Unite move, you get, let me actually show this. Practice options, give me those levels, bro, and let me just press something, and now check this out, okay? So I use my Unite move, and now if I get this thing here, it's gonna give me 5% on my Unite move, pretty much, okay? So per thingy you clear, you get 5% on your Unite move. So if you see one of your teammates used it in a situation and he's at like 60% or something, you can estimate it, you could try to, but again, it's a very high level technique here. You really want to give him these camps and stuff, because look at this combi camp. It's going to really boost my Unite move gauge by a lot here, if I can showcase that. I'm at 33% and boom, I killed 2 of them, 45%. Like, it's really important. So if you end up in a bad situation where before the Zapdos you were about to die and you have to use your Unite move to maybe turn it into a double kill for yourself instead of dying, I would say that's worth. But then really go back instantly, try to farm these camps everywhere, get that Unite move back up, and then you can fight the Zapdos again. And yeah, these are pretty much the big things that weren't super obvious, in my opinion, that I learned over the last couple matches, over the last 50 matches or so, the last stretch that I had to improve to reach Master. And yeah, that is pretty much it, man. Like, go to Dreadnaw every single fight, use your Unite moves at Dreadnaw, save your Unite move for Zapdos. Yeah, don't follow the meta too strictly, see what works for you. Again, Crustle, I think, is one of the best solo queue tanks. The Snorlax is always going to be the best no matter what, because he also has a strong early game. But if I was playing in a team 5v5, I'll probably always prefer Slowbro over Crustle, but yeah, because your solo queue Crustle is a Chad, I'm telling you. And let me just show you that my items were actually still level 0 here, or level 1. I only have, as I always say, I only have a muscle band. Level 16, how do we show that? Held items, select, give. Does this open the right? Yeah, you can see here the menu. I have level 16 muscle band, and everything else is level 1 right here, and I didn't purchase any new ones either. I should have purchased the body barrier, but I really wanted to just reach Master fully free to play, so I can, or yeah, pretty much fully free to play, so I can really showcase, as you can see, I'm sitting on 1.5k item enhancers, so I can really showcase that this game isn't actually that pay to win as people are claiming about. I will make a video in detail about that as well. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed these tips here, make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell. Let me know if you have any other questions. Maybe I was only giving you too high level stuff, maybe you want some more basic information, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. I always stream. I always stream this game. I always upload gameplay videos of this game as well, so make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell for more Pokemon Unite content on this channel. And with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys the next time. Peace!